Hey, hey, my Virgos. Welcome back, you guys. All right, so this is just going to be kind of a freestyle read. We'll just see what comes out of this. So let's see where we go. It'll probably be a little bit more like me looking into the imagery here as well. I mean, it's always what I do, but sometimes more so than others. So let's just see. I don't know. I feel very like symbolic tonight. So let's see what we've got. We have the Page of Swords, we have the Six of Pentacles, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. We have a new beginning here, but I think that it's somebody watching to see what are you up to? Who are you dealing with? Who are you? They may have like a fantasy about who you are, how you live your life. They may be a little bit like glued to trying to peer in to your world a little bit because they imagine that you live a very sexy life. You may be like, I don't know what anybody's talking about, but someone is maybe it's the way you do things. It just comes across as like effortless, or is this somebody who's got some kind of an idea in their mind of what they think your life looks like on the day-to-day. This is someone who wishes they could be a fly on your wall to watch you, to observe how wonderful your life must be, and how I think what it really is in this storyline is it's like somebody wishes that they were near you. I mean, that's when somebody pines and wants to know what's going on in somebody else's life and imagines like, oh, you probably have lots of people after you, and you probably have office romances and flirtations galore. This is when somebody does that, it's to me, it's because they're wishing that they could be the ones having an office romance and flirtation with you. So it's more born out of like this image, because this is like kind of ridiculous, right? She's sitting here in like a super mini skirt and like really high heels, but she's in like, an like a study or something, and she's just conducting business as normal. So to have the little like sensual edge to this card is kind of out of place. Like when I look at this card, this is out of place, but it makes sense because this person is like peering in and they're imagining like, I know that you're super attractive and everybody's attracted to you, and when you're at work, even if you're just having a business meeting, I'm sure that you've got great legs and everybody's staring at them. And it's like, I think that it's this person who wants to like stare at your legs. So they're jealous of the idea that anybody else gets to. It's kind of interesting. I mean, even this pentacle is like on fire. We have a lot of undercurrent of like passion here, but it's like, who are you giving your time and attention to? I don't know why. I feel like this is somebody jealous from a distance, though. They're jealous of whomever they imagine you might get to interact with, and more than that, they're jealous of the people that get to interact with you. And if all of this is happening from afar, this could be like the furthest thing on somebody's mind. It's like, I don't think anybody's jealous that coworkers might see me in a skirt or, whatever, see me looking fly in my suit and tie or whatever this is. But somebody is convinced that because they think you're really hot, everybody must be clamoring for your attention. And it's weird because it's like they think that you're hot too. But I don't think this is on your mind at all. This is kind of a crazy little read. Somebody wants this new beginning with you. Somebody wants this like, I feel like this is very heavy and fantasy for somebody. It's like they want this chance to be in front of you and get your attention. But right now it's like, who's getting your attention? Who is it? let me find out what's coming out after this Ace of Pentacles. We just got a little slew of them. We got a Nine of Cups in the reverse. We got a Nine of Wands in the reverse. We've got a Judgment in the reverse. We've got the Emperor in the reverse and the Wheel of Fortune. I'm not joking, all in the reverse. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm going to stick to that first storyline. Somebody is not happy. Somebody is feeling like you don't want anything to do with them. They're feeling like there's no way back into your life. They're pretty, the Emperor in the reverse is somebody who like they want to control a situation and it's out of their control. So then they get grumpier and more ill-tempered about it. And then, like sassy because they're like a grumpy bear with a wounded paw. It's like don't come near me or I'm just going to growl at everybody. And it's like, well, now wait a second. Why don't we deal with, let's get the little wounded paw patched up and let's get things back on track. But this person is like more operating out of the state of rejection. They're grumpy. They're a grumpy bear right now. And they're not able to move on from this, but they think you have. So this is somebody certain that you've got all these new starts in your life, but they're the one who wants a new beginning. But everything here says they feel powerless. They're not happy. They don't think that you have any interest in talking to them again. And maybe that's true. In this story, we don't see the other half of that. Let's go down that road. What is it that the Virgo thinks of this person, if anything? What does a Virgo think about this person? I mean, this clearly looks like someone you dealt with in the past for them to be so, attached, and for them to not be happy little campers about the idea and even trying to like peer in on your life. Okay, so what does Virgo think about them? Oh, wow, Virgo, 2 of Cups. Hold on. 2 of Cups, Queen of Swords in the reverse. Oh, but you're irritated with them. Hanged Man in the reverse. You're done with them. And 8 of Wands in the reverse. You cut this person off, but you love this person still. This person could have been your everything. You felt like 2 of you had a bond that was unbelievable and that it had created this incredible love. And now you are ticked off at this person. Might have told them that. You're done sacrificing your time, your precious energy on something. You are saying, I will not bother to have dialogue with this person again. I told them something that upset you. The love is still upright. The love is still there. So somebody trespassed on my Virgo to make the Virgo act like that. What made the Virgo unhappy? What was this that made the Virgo unhappy? Page of Pentacles, because they gave almost nothing. Pages, they're just, it's immature. This is somebody who, and this is cute and fun, right? This person is swirling around out in this, I guess, it's wildflowers. I was going to say, I don't know if this is supposed to be cosmos. I see some lupus here too, but lupus, I don't know. In any case, lupus is a disease, but I want to say, are the flowers called lupin or lupus? Sorry. Somebody fact check me there because I'm blending them right now, I fear. Anyway, they're out here in a field of flowers and they've got a little rainbow around them and they've got all of this, they're distracted. This is way too fluffy. This is not something where someone is really giving. This is not that gigantic glowing pentacle. Somebody gave a child's amount of attention. So I say it that way because children are attentive with a toy until a different toy shows up. Children are attentive until they get sleepy or until there's a handful of Cheerios to gum down. Like they're not like focused on something precious because everything in their world is just kind of like, well, this is intriguing. This is entertaining. And so if somebody treated a relationship that Virgo felt like it was this kind of relationship, this is amazing, this is powerful, this is us together building something. I mean, this is a love of a lifetime. Yet they reacted like this, like, oh, this is kind of intriguing. That's why the Virgo was like, we're done. This is not something that that I want to do any more of. Let me see. 2 of Wands and sideways 2. So it was like this person really had no idea what they wanted to do, and they had no idea about what they didn't have an idea about. It's like we doubled down on not sure. One day they were maybe sure that they wanted this, then the next day they weren't sure, but then mostly they were just not sure about not being sure. I'm irritated on behalf of the Virgo. So no wonder the Virgo was like, you don't know what you want. You're disrespectful. You're out. I'm out. This is over. This is done. and don't talk to me again. So I'm guessing Virgo probably gave him some time. Let's see what happened. What happened? I'm guessing that Virgo must have been patient, must have been invested, must have been like really gave the best of themselves. Ace of Cups, Strength card in the reverse, Devil in the reverse. What happened is there was a big love offer made, and then somebody chickened out, and then Virgo had to cut ties because it felt like this is really toxic. If somebody gives an offer and then just as quickly doesn't back it up with anything, like this is somebody who says, I love you, I love you, I love you, and then they basically run away and don't answer their phone for the next, whatever, 2 weeks. I mean, this could have been a big thing. This could have been like, I want to marry you. And then, 24 hours later, it's like, oh, I was just kidding. Don't make it so serious. When really it's just this person got scared. This is cowardice. I mean, there's not a gentle way for me to say that. There's also a manipulation of power here. And so maybe that's the biggest thing. And maybe for Virgo to say, I'm cutting ties with you because this is very toxic. Maybe they thought that this person was tied to something toxic, but this is not one of those stories where it's all about like what was going on with them. This is about Virgo saying, I walked away from you for a very good reason. It is because of what you behaved like toward me. It's not about what you were going through. It's about how you treated me. That's why this thing fell apart, because there were love offers made and you didn't back it up with anything. And that's why I said that this is toxic, and that's why I'm out. So I feel like, I mean, on one hand, like this is a nice, powerful, like claiming kind of like, no, Virgo evaluated them off of the way they treated the Virgo. The Virgo wasn't trying to like delve in and be like, well, let me give you a pass because, you might have these problems and let me try to explore every avenue of what you might have been going through. This is like, look, how you behave is how I measure whether or not I'm going to let you in my life. You behaved in a disrespectful manner. You behaved in a way that was both immature and uncertain. And that based off of who you showed me to be, that is why my answer is now no. And Virgo really loved this person in this story, but that is why my answer is no. However, this person is now the one who's in big, huge misery, feeling so grumpy, so upset, and almost like, how dare Virgo take away themselves from me because I want them. And I know everybody else wants Virgo too. So now I'm pretty much super jealous and imagining that, of course, Virgo's giving their precious time and their beautiful legs or their handsomeness or whatever to other people who want their time, but I want them more. It's so crazy that that's what I see in this storyline, is somebody who they messed it up badly. Virgo shed them out of, off of their back and out of their life for a reason. And now this person is like crazy about staring all the time. High Priestess. They think Virgo doesn't know that they're still looking at them. High Priestess, they may not know how Virgo really feels. They might be trying to figure out, does Virgo know that I watch them? How does Virgo feel about me? That may be why they're actually watching, why they're trying to peer in somehow, maybe asking friends about the Virgo, maybe somehow watching them at work, if it's like, seeing things that they post online, like so many, everybody has done that, I'm sure. Got the Fool card in the upright. I feel like this person feels really foolish, and I feel like they waffle between what would happen if I just showed up. What would happen if I just showed up in Virgo's world? And they don't know. That's the thing. They don't know, because Virgo cut off all communication, and probably for good reason. This is in this storyline anyway. This is now, of course, everything can be flipped. Hang on, that was too many cards. I'm not taking any of those. But remember, these are only stories, right? I don't tell you anything that's true. These are just stories. I'm a storyteller. I am not a psychic. 7 of Cups. This person is so confused about what to do. Do I rush in? What would happen if I did? And they think about it, and then they go right back into being stuck. Right back into being stuck, not knowing the right action to take. Ace of Wands, 2 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Still juggling all the time, yet overwhelmed with this passionate desire. So what are they actually going to do? Let's just cut to the chase. What's someone actually going to do here? So many cards. Hold on. It's not that many. I'll take this many. Ooh, I don't know how that went. I'm sorry. I just dropped it. So I have a feeling this was actually in the upright, but because it flipped out of my fingers as I went to pick it up, I'm going to leave it in the reverse because that is eventually how it landed. But we'll come back to that in just a second because these other ones came out in this order. So this person may go ahead and rush forward. We've got the Knight of Swords, take rapid action, but then Seven of Swords take rapid action to show up and then hide out. Or lie, act like it was an accident that they bumped into the Virgo. All of a sudden they want to slow everything down with this Knight of Pentacles, or they want to rush in, find a way to. Swords are about communication, but this is not great. They're lying about why they're there, lying about how they're going to cross paths with the Virgo. They're hoping somehow that they can either figure out if the Virgo is really healed, or they can establish maybe they can get over the Virgo and they can heal from something if they can see Virgo one more time. But I feel like underlying all of this, they want to heal things with the Virgo, but I don't think they're coming out and saying it. They're going to take this. I just feel like this is more kind of like poor choices, perhaps. I mean, this person was already wishy-washy. Now they're still confused about how to do this, but they get really passionate and they decide, I can't help it, I'm rushing in. But then they lie about something here. They lie about this. This is not good. Lying about something and then slow walking it to try to get things to heal, but not wanting to have all this conflict. I don't know. This person, they don't look much different from the that Strength card that was in the reverse. What is the lie about? Why are they coming in and then immediately lying? I mean, I can see they just don't know what to do, but I'm not sure why that would be so confusing. We keep getting so many cards. It's like this person's all over the place. We got the Lovers in the reverse. We got the 10 of Wands in the upright. We got the 3 of Cups upright. And we got the 4 of Cups upright. So what are they lying about? They're lying about the idea that they've actually let go of the Virgo. Possibly hiding how much heaviness. I mean, this is like, this person does not look well, right? This is, they're ashen faced. This is weighing very heavily on someone. They may not want to admit how heavily they've been bothered by all of this, how badly they want to have this connection, how much this has felt like the biggest missed opportunity of their life. This is what it looks like to me. This person is, I would say they're not really expressing how heavy this has been on them and how much of a missed opportunity this is for them. So I feel like they're trying to downplay. They're rushing in, but they don't want to say, why don't they want to say that? I mean, that's like exactly what should be said. Unless Lovers in the reverse, though, this is, I mean, I suppose it could be that if this person in the past had trouble deciding and now they've cut things off with some other lover and they don't want to really admit that, I don't know. There's something here. I mean, that wouldn't have been a shocker though, because this person was all wishy-washy before. And although we didn't talk about them, wishy-washy, unable to commit because maybe there was someone else in the picture, that would have still been something that, maybe Virgo was like, whatever, you must have somebody else, because you're not committing here. So I'm just going to let you go. But it was fear. It was fear with that. We didn't ever see third party. We saw the Strength card in the reverse. Now, I feel like this person is lying about how heavy this has been on them to have Virgo kick them out of their lives. Even though this person couldn't make a decision, to actually be told that they have no shot with Virgo, I think it hit them like a ton of bricks. This is the biggest missed opportunity because I feel like this, I mean, it sounds very theatrical, but I think this person thinks I'm never gonna enjoy anyone the way I enjoyed you. I'm never gonna feel that again. This is maybe this person doesn't want to admit how much time they've spent sitting alone with their head in their hand, stressing out about this, or how much this has affected them. I mean, I would say that that's a pretty clear picture. I mean, this is bags under the eyes, hair is gray. I mean, this could have really stressed this person out. And it's like they don't really want to admit that. Maybe they don't want to come across as desperate. But if they were all wishy-washy or childlike in the past, and Virgo cut them off, even though Virgo loved them because they were disrespected, I think it would behoove this person to be more open and more honest. But they're still thinking they'll slow walk explaining that part. I don't know. That may or may not be such a hot idea. This person is trying to still avoid some kind of conflict. They want things. This person might be very depleted right now, though, too. Stress and things like that might have really depleted them. The fact that they want something to be healed, but I almost feel like it's them that they're hoping that they can be healed also. Hold on, we just had a collapse of all kinds of things here. Okay. So our end result here is 6 of Swords, Magician, and Knight of Cups. It's somebody really does want to piece this thing back together. Like really does want to piece this thing back together. They want to move on from the struggles, the problems of the past, and they want desperately to manifest something new, and they want to be seen as like a hero coming in, like almost like, you notice how this person, they're not just like crossing a river for you. They're, their horse is up to their snout in water. It's like, look, I would cross the deepest ocean to get to you. I want to come in like a hero. I want to show you that I would show up now. Problem here, we still have this as a knight. This person wants to take action towards you like they're a knight. Like they still have this, they're not pages anymore, but they're, this person still fancies themselves quite youthful. Not that it's not good to be youthful, because it is, but in their, again, fantasy of getting things back on track with you, it's to move on from the difficulties, wave a magic wand, and then be seen as your hero. Instead of them being seen as like, it's driving me crazy being without you. I've been miserable. I've been crying. I've been going through hell without you. Instead of saying all that, they want it to go this route instead. They want to move on from the past, get stuff healed up, and then just make you see them as a hero who's showing up and all about the love. I don't know. That may or may not be the right action. It's different for every person. These are only stories, remember. So this is not saying what will happen in your life or what action anyone will take, because free will dictates that we decide that. But in this story, we certainly see somebody who's still reluctant to admit how deeply they've been affected by the loss of their Virgo and how much they need and want their Virgo. But they're instead, they want to alter the vision that Virgo has of them, but without revealing how stressed out and how much hurt they have gone through without their Virgo. But they in this story anyway, they brought it upon themselves with the actions that they took. So someone's trying to fix it, but I'm just going to leave this here. Again, they're only stories. So if anything ever makes you unhappy or stresses you out, just click off. I never want entertainment to upset anybody. And please do remember it is entertainment. I always think we should be seeking out positive, uplifting forms of entertainment, but not every story that I read or create here is always happy. Just like not every novel you read is going to have 100%, happy sunshine characters, because real life isn't like that. And most things that we're inspired to write, and that's really what I am as a writer. Right now I'm writing without using a pen. I'm just using my lips to create a story that is pure fiction. So just bear that in mind when you listen, so that it doesn't like get in your head or make you sad or anything, because I am not a psychic. I don't tell you how life will be. So I hope that that's always uplifting. All right, you guys, take good care. Mwah. Thank you for liking this. If you enjoyed this video, thank you for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate you guys more than you know. Bye.